Welcome back. The Houston Arboretum and Nature Center is getting ready for a very fun weekend. They have gobs of things starting tomorrow and going through Saturday. So here to tell us more is our good friend Christine Mansfield. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so we have a lot of fun stuff on the table here, including that, which is absolutely phenomenal. We'll get to that in a sec. First, I want to start with something that I've been to before, Sip and Stroll. It is so much fun. It is one of my favorite events to do. What's new about it this year for folks that have, well, first let's start, what is it? And then we'll talk about what's new, just so folks can get both sides.
Absolutely. So it's a great event at the Arboretum. It's along the trails. It's a chance for adults to come out and enjoy some wine or beer and some nice charcuterie along the trails. You get a fun glass to take home to commemorate the experience. And this year we're doing something really fun. We have our friend Jen Rossi out from the Cause Urban Winery, and she created wines that support different causes, and one of those causes is the Arboretum. So she has this brand new wine, our Caprifolia, and that is actually going to, a portion of the proceeds support the Arboretum, and you can taste it at this event, and she's also going to have some for sale.
Ooh, exciting.
That is exciting. If folks haven't been to the Arboretum, just describe what it is, you know, walking through and just feeling that ambiance and being in that atmosphere.
Yeah, so we're a 155-acre nonprofit nature sanctuary, and we have 5 miles of trails, which you can enjoy at events like this, but also on your own time. We're open every day of the week, and we're free to visit. We have a minimal parking fee, so it's a really great place to enjoy nature.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I like about the Arboretum in particular is that when you get in some of the trails, you completely forget that there is the West Loop right next to you. I mean, I don't know how you guys pull that off,
Yeah.
but it's incredible. I mean, it's just, everything just goes quiet, and you just listen to nature, and it's one of my favorite places in the city. If folks have, go if you haven't gone. Yeah, it's the best. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Sip and Stroll.
That's tomorrow night.
Yes, this
Okay.
Thursday.
What's the cost for that?
So it starts at $40, and it covers all of your beverages and the glass and the food.
Okay, awesome. And then Friday
is Going Batty.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Going Batty, so it's an event that we do every year. Sometimes we change the name of it a little bit, but also an adult-friendly event where you actually get to come out, hear from a bat expert, and go on a night hike where you get to see bats. And it's very, very fun. And you get to learn a little bit about what bats do in other places, like tequila pollination. That's why we have tequila, is bats are actually the pollinators of the agave plant. So there's a really fun adult component, and
God bless them.
And you learn.
Yeah. You learn all the fun things that bats do.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like learn and get more knowledge, so you're not afraid, right? You're not terrified of them. What is this little device here? Because that's really cool what people can do when they go on this event.
This is a bat detector, and we'll have a few that you can take out on the trails with you. And what it does is you change it to the right frequency, and you can actually sort of hear the echolocation, more or less. And we use bigger versions of these to track the types of bats that we have at the Arboretum and do some scientific research around what types of bats we have out there.
Fascinating.
What do you want folks to know about the bats?
Oh gosh, that they're great. They are really important. They are not scary things here, and you know, we try and meet people where they are, so not everyone is ready to go out in nature, but we know that some people are ready to come have a glass of wine or some beer on the trails, and we can teach them a little bit about the nature. So we're just sort of, you know, meeting folks where they are.
Slowly, yes.
Yeah, very slowly. And then, so the last thing we have on Sunday, or on Saturday, that is Bat Fest. Now, you said this is the one for the whole family, not just the adults. Tell us about it.
Yes, this one is for everyone. It's from 10 to 2. It's our second annual one, which we're very excited about. People loved it last year, and it's going to be a combination of things. It's free to visit and free to go to. Parking is also free during Bat Fest, and it's an opportunity to meet some of our community partners who deal with bats, learn a little bit more about bats. We'll have our bat detectors out, information about bat houses and things like that. You can also give blood. We couldn't miss the little like vampire bat pun there. But yeah, so it's a fun opportunity to go out and explore.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. That's great.
You said bat houses. Do you have bat houses at the Arboretum?
We have one out there, but it's something that you can do because, you know, a lot of folks think about the Waugh Bridge bats, the ones in the big colonies.
Sure.
We have more solitary bats here in Houston as well, so tree nesters and cavity nesters. So bat houses are actually something that can help bats, but you need to know the right size, where to put them, things like that, so the bats actually use them.
So that they're safe in there as well. They put it in your yard. Okay, that makes sense.
Learn so much.
I love it.
I do.
That's fantastic. So I want to ask a question. I'm going to put my weather hat on here a second, because we were talking about this right before we came to the segment. We've had a ridiculously hot and dry summer so far. Everybody's lawn looks super crispy. Trees have really been stressed to the max, and I would ask you, how are you doing at the Arboretum as well, given that we're all dealing with the same circumstances?
Yes, and it is, I mean, I don't want to beat around the bush with it at all. We are going to lose trees. There is going to be tree loss around Houston, and we're already seeing the stresses of that. We are doing a lot to mitigate it and try and keep the trees that we do have as healthy as possible. But part of what we're doing is also planning for the sustainability of the site long term.
Yeah.
And so some of that with our master plan, we put in a lot of grassland areas. And so it's also seeing, you know, are these trees long term the ones that are supposed to be there? Are grasslands or savanna ecosystems healthier in those spaces?
Right.
And it's also sharing that information with the public. So, you know, we are doing what we can to keep the trees healthy, but all of Houston is going to see tree loss after this, just like the last drought. And that's part of Houston's story.
Exactly.
Is these extreme weather events, but we will also continue to move our way through them. And working with native species really helps that.
Yeah, and like what sustains itself through these times to get to that as well.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right.
Christine, really quick, just break it down, the events each day, and if folks are interested, where can they get more information?
Yes, so Thursday we have our Sip and Stroll, Friday is Going Batty, and Saturday is Bat Fest. All of the information is online at HoustonArboretum.org, and we can't wait to have everyone out.
Yes.
Awesome.
Get out there.
I'm telling you,
Get batty.
Sip and Stroll is a blast. If you don't have anything to do tomorrow evening, go. It's a lot of fun. It's always
Christine,
fun.
thank you so much. Christine Mansfield from the Houston Arboretum. Thanks for joining us.